let's make my Charmcaster quilt pattern using 10-inch squares. For today's video, I'll be making the throw size quilt measuring at 49.5 inches by 63 inches. This pattern is available as a free PDF pattern in 5 quilt sizes: baby, throw, twin, queen, and king, which I will link down below in the video's description. For the fabrics, I am using Crafting Magic by Maureen Cracknell for Art Gallery Fabrics. Now let's get started. With each 10-inch square, subcut them into 3 3.25-inch squares and 1 8.75-inch by 6.75-inch rectangle. That's it. Nice jumbo pieces, and the remaining scraps you can use for crumble blocks, which I do have a playlist listed down below in the video's description. Now, all we're going to do is rotate our fabrics around and select 3 3.25-inch squares and 1 8.75-inch by 6.75-inch rectangle in mixed prints. And first we will sew all of those 3.25-inch squares together with a 1/4-inch seam allowance. This will leave you with a 3.25-inch by 8.75-inch rectangle. Then lastly, we'll sew the larger rectangle, leaving you with a 8.75-inch by 9.5-inch quilt block. And that's it. All you have to do is repeat these steps to all of your cut pieces, making this a nice big scrappy block that's perfect to whip up within a day. And also, this will look good in any fabrics. Now that all of your blocks are completed, it is time to lay your quilt out in a 6x7 block layout. For the odd rows, start with the scrappy squares pointed up, then rotate your second block, placing the scrappy squares down. Then for the even rows, we'll do the opposite by starting with the scrappy squares pointed down, then rotate the second block, placing those scrappy squares pointed up. So you'll sew your blocks together to form rows, and lastly, sew the rows together to complete your quilt top. And here is what my quilt top looks like all completed. For the backing, I am using a coordinating print from within the collection. Then for the thread choice, I picked glide threads in the color Cantaloupe, which is my favorite color. Whenever I have an opportunity to use it, I always do. And this is what my quilt looks like all quilted out. For my Longarm quilters, I chose Graffiti Quilting number 6 by Carly Porter, which I will link down below. I did size it down to 17 inches tall because of my long arm throat space. I have 18 inches, but I do prefer a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to advancing the quilt. But once again, this pattern is available as a free PDF in 5 quilt sizes: baby, throw, twin, queen, and king. And I do hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. If you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.